Hi, welcome to the UB Library's Zotero video series. This is the fourth video in the series, Zotero Citations, Bibliographies, and Cite While You Write. My name is Allie Wood, and I'm one of the engineering librarians here at UB. In this video, I'll cover how Zotero can be used to quickly create citations that you can use in your assignments, projects, and papers. Zotero supports over 10,000 citation styles, so it likely has the style you need. Zotero can also be used to create standalone citations and bibliographies. These are useful for annotated bibliographies or anytime you need a citation but haven't used Zotero to create the in-text citations. Zotero also has word processor plugins, which allow you to create citations while you're writing. These plugins exist for Microsoft Word, Google Docs, and LibreOffice. I'll demonstrate everything in Word today, but the steps are very similar in the other programs. First, let's create a standalone citation. I'm going to have my Word document open and my Zotero desktop library open. The library always needs to be running when creating citations. To create a citation, right-click on the item you want to cite. We'll do this second one here. And then select Create Bibliography from Item. You can select the citation style that you want. We'll go with APA for now. And then I'm also going to choose my output method as copy to clipboard. This will allow me to paste it wherever I'm working. Click OK. Then I can open up my Word document and easily paste my citation. I'm going to want to double check this to make sure everything looks correct, just to make sure that nothing wonky has happened in the translation, make sure all the authors' names are correct, and so on. I can also grab multiple citations at once. So I'll go back to my Zotero library, open that up. And to grab multiple citations, you can just hold Control while selecting the ones you want to cite. Okay. Let's say I want to cite these three. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to right-click, select Create Bibliography from Items, keep all my options the same, and click OK. And go back to my Word document, paste these new ones, and we'll see I brought over all of the citations I wanted in the correct alphabetical order. Again, I'll want to check them over to make sure they're adhering to the citation style that I selected. If you're actively writing a paper, I suggest using the Cite While You Write word processor plugins. This will allow you to insert in-text citations as you write and create a full bibliography at the end with one click of a button. When you downloaded Zotero, the plugins were automatically added to the top of this toolbar up here. You can see where it says Zotero. Again, you must have Zotero running for this to work. To add an in-text citation, put your cursor where you want the citation to go. So I'll write an example sentence, put my cursor where I want my citation to go, then click the Zotero button, and then click Add Edit Citation, the first button up here on the left. Now, the first time you click that button on a new document, Zotero is going to prompt you to select the citation style you want the document to be in. So we're going to keep it at APA, and then I can click OK. And then Zotero is going to bring up this red search box. And this is where I'm going to put in some piece of what I want to cite that I can remember. So that could be the title, the author's name, the year, a keyword, anything that is going to bring that item back up in your search. So we'll search for zebra, click that, and I can keep adding citations to this box as well if I want to cite multiple things in a single in-text citation. So let's see, Mount Gobi. Okay, so I've got my two citations in there. I can click enter. And Zotero is going to pop those in-text citations in exactly where I had my cursor, and they should be correctly formatted. I'll add a couple more just as an example. So I've got my citations in here, and now I'm ready to create my bibliography. So first, I'm going to place my cursor where I want that to go. Let's create a references section. My cursor where I want them to show up, and then I'll go back to the Zotero tab and click Add Edit Bibliography. And with one click of a button, Zotero is going to create a correctly formatted and alphabetized reference section for me. Again, you'll want to double check this for accuracy. Sometimes the titles of the articles come over in title case when they should be in sentence case or vice versa. And then sometimes you might need to fix a Latin name and put it into italics. I recommend waiting until you're done adding references to make these changes, just so that your Zotero citations stay linked with your Zotero library. But it's very easy to make those changes, and it's also very easy to change citation styles. If you write the paper in APA and then later on realize you need to change it to a different style, it's very easy to do that. Just click on Document Preferences, this button up here next to the gear, and select your new style. So maybe we now want to put this into IEEE style. I can select that, click OK, and again, with one click of a button, it has now transformed me into this numbered style citation, and it looks great. We'll go back to our slides. So I just demonstrated the citation dialog box that Zotero automatically uses. That was that red search bar. But if you have a big Zotero library or will be doing lots of citing, I recommend the classic citation box, which actually looks like a mini version of your library. So to make that change, I'm going to open up Zotero again. I'm going to click on Edit, and then Settings, and then click the Cite tab here, and scroll to the bottom of this menu, and check this Use Classic Add Citation dialog box here. Okay, and now when I go back to my Word document, if I wanted to add another citation, I'll click Add Edit Citation again, and we'll see that now, instead of that red box showing up, I have sort of a mini version of my library where I can go through all my different collections and select things that way. I can use my search bar. It's just a little bit easier to use, especially if you can't remember exactly what you're trying to cite. Let's cite one of these, click OK, and now I've got that new citation showing up in there using that classic dialog box. Okay, back to our slides. Zotero can save you a lot of time by creating citations for you, but like I said, it's not always perfect. You might have to do some troubleshooting. If you're having issues with the Cite While You Write functions, I recommend closing Zotero, saving and closing your document, and then reopening both. Usually that is enough to fix the issue. If you're still having problems, or if your word processor plugin buttons aren't showing up, you can re-enable those plugins through the citation settings, which we were just looking at. You can also check out Zotero's help forms online, or contact me for help. Okay, that's all for this video. Please check out the rest of the videos in this series. If you have any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out to me, or you can visit the Zotero Basics Guide, which is available through the UB Libraries website. Thank you.